Hello everyone and welcome to the Hobbit All Quests speedrun tutorial part, I don't even know anymore, 9? Yeah, I think it's part 9. This is a warm welcome. A warm welcome is going to be a fairly long level. It will most likely take more than 10 minutes, so who knows how long it'll take to explain. But anyway, skip this cutscene right at the beginning. You can grab the training scroll if you want. It's just a stone training scroll. There's not really much use for it. Now, we're going to be doing the Thief Quest now, which the Thief Quest is going to be very, very easy. We're not going to be doing the save jump quite yet. We will do it at one point in this level, but we're not going to do it yet. So the way I like doing the Thief Quest, and there are two different ways to do it. You can either set your clip warp before you talk to the guys or after you talk to the guys. I'm going to go ahead and set it before I talk to the guys. What you do is you just head over here, and this is the clip warp position right here. So you just want to stand right here, and then start jumping. Make sure you continuously jump. Now we're going to go talk to Bard. So just head this way, talk to this guy, and continuously jump as you're doing that. Anyway, now what we're going to do is we're going to go trigger the thief and then warp back to that position. So the way I like to do this is just head back there, put on your ring, and this is when we're going to be going to grab the key. The key is right over here, so go ahead and grab that. And then head down here. You can trigger your clip warp in these wooden posts like that and warp back here. Now that's the method of doing it, setting your clip warp before you talk to the guys. You can also set the clip warp after you talk to the guys, which is about 5 seconds slower, but it is just a wee bit easier to do. And the way you do that is, first, obviously, you go talk to the guys.
Good evening.
So just head this way, talk to them, and head to the right now. Head along this way. Down here. Cross this bridge. Stand right here to set your clip warp. And now we're going to go trigger the thief by going around this way instead. And right about here, the thief's text should trigger, so you want to skip that in order to hold your clip warp. Trigger the thief, and then, again, put on your ring, go to grab the key. It's important that we get this key, especially if you're only at 3 keys, because we need 4 keys for this level alone. This is the last level we need keys in, by the way. But anyway, once you warp over here, you can pull that lever or you can leave it. You can leave the bridge up, you can put the bridge down. I like to put the bridge down, but now there's really nothing else we do. We just have to wait for a little while. What I like to do is I just kind of run around for a bit, as long as I don't fall in the water and kill myself. It would be really stupid if that happened. But yeah. I'm just going to wait. There's not really much to explain about this. However, I can explain in a little bit of detail the next part. We're actually going to be coming back here and entering this warehouse. And exiting as we enter. It's kind of hard to explain. What I'm going to do is I'm going to interact with the door. And then I'm going to exit the room as I interact with the door again. And I'll show you what I mean by that here in a second. I should probably save beforehand. And I'll show 2 different methods of doing this as well, because there's a slightly faster method. So I'm going to go ahead and save. And I'll show the slightly slower method first, which is obviously a bit easier. We're just going to enter the warehouse, trigger it like that. Now what we're going to do is we are going to interact with the door and then head out. You should hear that sound right before you exit. And just skip these cutscenes kind of slowly. You should have 2 cutscenes that play right away. It's not too hard, and then you should get warped to here. The other slightly faster way to do it is I'm actually going to skip one of the cutscenes before the loading screen appears, so I'll go ahead and show that. And there's one more thing I forgot to mention, and that is that when you're here, when you run by to get back to this warehouse, you're actually going to maybe want to set your clip warp here. So I'll show what it looks like for you to do that. But just head in here, and I'm holding a clip warp now, so whatever. Anyway, the way I like to do it is to skip that cutscene before the loading screen appears, which kind of requires a long jump out. But then you get put out here instead, so you don't have to skip that first cutscene. It's just a little bit faster. But either way you do it, you're going to end up here. So you're going to want to enter this building right to the left of him. And then head up here. There's a guy right up here. You're going to want to talk to him. And then there are 2 ways to do this. You can either, if you're holding the clip warp position that I talked about a minute ago, then you head down here to this window, and you just kind of get stuck in it like that. And you get warped back to here. Now, if you're not holding a clip warp, then you're going to have to exit the cider house the normal way, which should be through the door. The door is right here, so you would just exit. You would end up back here, head out this way. Either way you do it, you'll get to the same place right here. From here, I'm going to do a little long jump and jump attack to that little boat over there. You can get long jump glitch on that, so it's a little bit risky. If you don't want to do that, then it's fine to just head around. There's a little bit safer of a jump that you can do from like right here. Anyway, either way you get to that, just talk to this guy. He gives you a key. Now we're going to be entering this warehouse, and what we're going to do here is we're going to be entering, and our clip warp is going to be set to right here, right next to the door. So I'm going to jump before I enter, and then just continuously jump. Now in here there's some poison gas, which can be kind of annoying to avoid, so I'm just kind of running through it. The easiest way to get past the first area is, as you saw, the first area has a pretty consistent setup. Generally, the line all the way to the left doesn't have poison spitting out of it the second you come in, so get past that. And then to get past that area, I usually just long jump. Okay, I'm going to try to explain it just a bit slower now. And the way I like to do this is, you'll see as soon as I enter that the path all the way on the left has no poison in it, which that time it actually came out quickly. But find a path that doesn't have any poison in it, like right here, this second path. Then just kind of head along the left. You should take no poison from any of those if you head along the left. Now once you get to about here, just long jump through and you should be fine. Long jump as close to the edge as you can. And now just climb up here. Like I said, it's not terribly hard. Now we're going to head up here. Cross those wooden beams. Make sure to keep holding your clip warp. And head up here along these rafters, I guess. I don't know what the word is. I like to equip my sword here because in a minute we're going to be sliding off this ledge. And you can't slide with your stick out, so you're going to want to have either your sword or stones equipped or your ring on in order to do that. But anyway, open these doors, head in, skip the cutscene. Now what I'm going to be doing is, like I just said, I'm going to be sliding off this ledge, which the way you slide in this game is you run and hold the L trigger on the GameCube version anyway. I don't know how to slide on any of the other consoles. But anyway, once you're here, press B and don't move the joystick at all, because that way you'll land right here. Anyway, once you land here, then move over here. Clip into this corner and jump out, and you should get stuck in this wall. Now, if you don't get stuck exactly like that, you can actually jump to get stuck somewhere else in the wall. Which, like that, something like that. Anyway, once you warp out, you should hit that cutscene trigger. Skip this cutscene, and what's going to happen now is, for some reason, about halfway through that normally cutscene area, it warps you back to right in front of Bard, like it did just a second ago. So that happens. I like to wait for that to happen, actually wait it out. Now what we're going to be doing is entering the cider house. So just head into this door. There's actually no door there because of the way I exited the poison gas warehouse. And we're in here now, so we're going to head over and talk to this guy. And then we're just going to exit again. The rest of this level, or for a few minutes here, there's going to be a lot of entering and exiting, entering and exiting. But we're going to head over to this house now. Head in. And this is the point where you're going to need the keys, because we have to open some chests in this level. There are actually 4 of them we have to open. The first one is right up here. So just climb up these stairs, or I believe one of the other runners taught me you can climb up this stove. Stove and then clock and then, yeah. So you can climb up like that. That's slightly faster. But anyway, just open that chest and head out. And what we got was we got the golden dagger. We're actually going to bring the golden dagger back to Malik now. And then we're going to be doing a few cool things. Well, not cool things, but just a bunch of things now that we have to do. So I'm going to go ahead and save there. Head back into the cider house. Give Malik his golden dagger. And now we're going to be exiting, and what I'm going to try to do now, and you don't have to do it this way, this guy is actually going to give me one of the items I need, and in order to not waste any time, I'm going to interact with this door, and then talk to him while I'm exiting. Now, if you can't manage to do that, that's fine, you should just exit. But anyway, he gave me one of the items I need. I'm going to be doing a few more of those things where I grab an item as I'm exiting a room. But anyway, the 3 doors that have pink snakes on them are the ones we need to go in now. This first one, which you can see there's a chest there. I'm going to interact with the door and then quickly interact with the chest. There's another door over here. And I don't know why I'm still jumping, but whatever. There's a chest over here, so go ahead and get that. And as you can see, I'm not actually wasting any time, because I'm, since I technically didn't spend that time in that room, and that time would have been spent anyway, I'm not really wasting any time, but it's hard to explain. Anyway, head into this room. This is the last place we need to go before we go back into the cider house. There's another little stove and clock here that you can climb up to get to this chest. And there's no way to do the door interaction with that chest. But anyway, now we're going to head back to the cider house. And there's kind of a little bit of a tricky trick coming up here that I'll go ahead and explain once I get there. But before I do that, if you didn't get the bottle from this guy, run over to him and talk to him right now. Then you have to fall down here. There's also a bottle right here. We're going to grab that. And then you have to put the bottles into, in order into this thing. Now, this guy up here actually somewhat tells you the order.
The combination escapes me a memory, but I do remember this. Yellow is to the left of red and blue.
He gives you a riddle to solve, which speedrunners don't like solving riddles, obviously. So the order is going to be, and I'd recommend writing this down unless you have like an amazing memory: yellow, blue, red, black, purple. Anyway, once we've done that, we're going to be doing a little bit of a trick in here. The way I like to do it is line yourself up to the left and just kind of sneak around the edge like this, so you're standing on this banister in the back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop onto the rope, climb all the way down the rope until I trigger the little book thing, which means I've done a quest, and then quickly climb back up, which I missed at that time. I got down the rope, but I didn't actually trigger the quest because I didn't climb down far enough. That happens sometimes. So what it's going to look like if you do, it's going to freeze for a second, and you'll see that book appear on the right side of the screen, and you'll hear that sound play. So once you do that, just climb back up and head out. Now what we're going to do, climb up these steps and head out of the cider house. And this is where we're going to be doing the save jump, which is kind of an annoying trick. So I'm going to make an extra save for this. And if you're saving before this trick, I'd recommend saving in a different slot for in case you get some sort of glitched mode. Anyway, how we're going to do this is we're first going to go out of bounds by climbing up these boxes. You're going to want to be standing on the edge of this box. As you can see, I'm kind of on the edge. If you're standing here, you can't jump up because there's an invisible ceiling above you. But standing about here, just do a boost up onto this ceiling. Head along this way. And we're going to be getting out of bounds. Just kind of jump through this part of the window. And you should land on this little floor thing right out here, if you can see it. There we go. Now what we're going to do is there's a save pedestal way down there. We can't see it right now, but what we're going to be doing is long jumping, jump attacking, and saving at the save pedestal before we die. We have approximately, I think, like 2 or 3 frames to save. So I'm going to go ahead and set my angle. I usually set it right about here, lining up with that short mountain. And then do a long jump and a jump attack. You can see the save pedestal. And as you can see, I did not actually save. I died. This trick is one of the more annoying tricks in the run. Didn't want to talk to you, lady. But yeah, like I said, just boost up here. Head along this way. Died twice. Let's see if we can get it the 3rd time. Sorry about this. This is probably the most time I've wasted so far. But yeah, just clip out the window. So, if you save like that, you should be successfully at the bottom. Now, once it gets to this point, you're going to want to look up at the top left-hand corner at your health. If your health is currently draining, then you're good. You did it successfully. If your health is drained all the way, then you need to reload. As you can see, my health was still draining. It wasn't already drained. But no need to hold a clip warp. You can just go ahead and move. Now what we're going to be doing is, normally there would be a bunch of thieves down here. Their cutscenes will still play, and there are 3 of them. But just head down here. We're going to be grabbing the black arrow. And then heading back out. And the way we're going to do that is climb up this rope, up onto the sledge. Another cutscene should play there, so just skip that. And I like to wait for the loading screen to appear before I do anything else. Now there are a bunch of thieves and goblins down there. If you drop down too low, you will die. You will get caught by them. So what I like to do is just kind of head along this railing, edging, whatever you call it, until I get to about here. Then just long jump. Head down here. And there are a bunch of, there's 2 long unskippable cutscenes that play out right here. So I just have to wait for those.
Who would have ever thought someone so small could be so useful? Good work, Baggins.
I found the black arrow.
The line of Gideon has passed this arrow from father to son since it was forged in the Lonely Mountain. I am in your debt. Come visit me outside the Great Hall when you're ready to leave.
So now, yay, everybody's happy and we can finish the level. So just talk to Bard to finish the level. And you should be good. Now just exit. And yeah, we're almost done with the run, so I'll go ahead and do the next few levels in the next few parts. So I'll see you guys next time for part 10, I guess. Wow. Alright, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.